Evidence outlined in this search warrant gives new insight into the role a dependency on pain meds may have played in Gregory Ulrich's alleged attack on the Allina Health Clinic in Buffalo. The warrant shows investigators searched a room at the Super 8 in Buffalo where Ulrich had been staying and found a plastic bag containing 6 oxycodone pills, along with a video found on Ulrich's phone where he allegedly describes taking more than 30 pills at a time. Court documents from 2016 show a restraining order was issued against Ulrich after a back surgery at Abbott Northwestern Hospital. The document says shortly after Ulrich was released from the hospital, he was transported back after overdosing on opioids, forcing a doctor to end his supply of pain meds. In another search warrant, it was revealed Ulrich, who was barred from Allina, was seen at the Centracare Hospital in St. Cloud wanting pain meds. That warrant goes on to say Ulrich made statements about mixing the opioids with alcohol while also making a series of phone calls threatening violence against Allina. Investigators wrote in the warrant that it's clear Ulrich had a dependency on opioids and was upset that his legal supply was cut off, leading investigators to believe an addiction to pain meds was the driving force to his assault, which left a mother of 2 dead and 4 others injured. Devon Romming, KARE 11 News.
Investigators also unsealed other search warrants today, showing they searched his longtime home for possible bomb-making materials and looked into his bank records to try and learn where and how he got explosives and a gun. Ulrich will be back in court March 22nd.